Three members are back and healthy. We got a lot to talk about today. Our last main college basketball podcast, because as we know, the NCAA tournament just ended. A lot of things to talk about surrounding the Final Four, the portal opening up in the middle of the NCAA tournament, which actually gave Creighton a lot of success that they lost early and they could start recruiting. And then we'll go over some of the box score and some of the most outstanding player, Walter Clayton Jr., in the national championship game.
Wow.
And kind of what we saw and some hot takes for next season. So, Harry, jump into it.
I mean, Duke, what happened? I mean, absolutely choke job. Choke job. I mean, what? You're up 19 with 10 minutes left? I mean, no possible way you lose that game. But guess what? Duke found a way.
One field goal the last 10 minutes. And
yeah. That's crazy. And then what? That on the last shot, Cooper flag. The one he usually makes too. Yeah, that little drive in mid range usually makes it, bricks it, absolute brick.
Most unclutched player in college basketball.
Wow.
So that leaves us with the question. Obviously, disappointing end to the season. They had a great season. Disappointing end.
Yes.
But do you guys think Cooper Flag will come back next year? Obviously, with the changing NIL landscape, he could get a lot of money to come back, which could end up being more than his rookie contract bonus. So, do you guys think he'll come back next year?
Yes. Nobody wants to go to the Wizards.
I think that's a big time. No, I don't think he goes. Draft lottery instead. Just like unlike the NFL, it's not the worst team gets like the number one pick. Yeah. It's a lottery, so you never know. He could be teaming up with Zion. Never know.
Could you imagine him on the Spurs? Yeah,
him, Wemby,
and Stephon Castle, who's a lottery pick last year too.
And he's the front runner for Rookie of the Year right now.
Yeah.
So.
How about Trey Alexander out of the G League winning Rookie of the Year?
Wow, absolutely. I mean, didn't expect nothing less, to be honest with you.
Yeah. And sorry.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead, Connor.
Another outstanding player, Walter Clayton Jr., Mr. Clutch in the NCAA tournament.
Freaking beautiful.
Out of the NCAA tournament, he goes on. Honestly, he didn't play that well in the national championship, other than the last 5 minutes, which is what he's known for.
Like the last 10 minutes.
But he had 32 games in a row to get them to the final, to get them to the national championship, and he basically carried them to a national championship, even though he didn't have a great game. But he did enough throughout the game where he kept himself in the game. Although he wasn't scoring, he found ways to affect the game.
He kept hitting his free throws.
Hit his free throws, went 4 for 4 from the line, and actually ended up having the most minutes on the team, even though he didn't play that well.
1 for 7 from threes, though.
Yeah.
That's brutal.
He really struggled from three, but tired legs, and that'll happen. And then Houston, hard-nosed defensive team. LJ Cryer goes out as senior. He loses. He had kind of a tough college career with he just constantly lost in the tournament and couldn't get over that hump to win it all.
Mm-hmm.
But they have a lot of returning talent, and Creighton guard Pop Isaacs announced yesterday he was going to head over to Houston.
Yeah.
I don't know if he'll see the court there, but
no, he definitely will. I mean, LJ Carter's gone. Sharp's gone, I believe.
Yeah.
Uzan's gone.
Yeah.
So
I think they sold more than Duke. They were leading for 37 minutes of the game.
Yeah.
Like they were up 37 minutes of the game.
Yeah, Florida led like 60 seconds the whole game.
Yeah, it was until they got to 10, and then Houston was up the whole time, and then that last, they got the 2 free throws.
Yeah. But honestly, a great Final Four. I know a lot of people were mad about the chalk.
Couldn't be any better.
But all 4 1 seeds are in it, as Harry said. Couldn't be any better.
Couldn't be any better. National championship game was within 10 points. I think all games were within like 6 points.
Yeah.
So that's always a plus.
And that Final Four game, Duke losing. Obviously, we've touched on it already, but a complete shocker.
It's the heartbreaker.
Yeah. A lot of Duke fans are really mad right now, and they got some problems with their roster. See who's coming back. Duke every year. But
I think they're gonna have to hit the portal.
And then they obviously have the Boozers coming next year.
They have the Boozers coming.
5-star Cameron Boozer and his brother Caden Boozer, 4-star. So they'll have to reload. I mean, they'll be back. They're Duke.
Yeah.
So, but we'll have to see. And then more talk out of the transfer portal. Some of the top 5 classes are not like Creighton and LSU have really good transfer portal classes. LSU obviously signing Markel Sutton from
also,
UNO.
I'd like to point out one thing. When you look at this, none of these teams made the one team made the Elite Eight out of these 5 bunches.
Yeah.
And then one team didn't even make the tournament.
Yeah.
One team got bounced in the 32. One team got bounced in the Sweet 16. One team got bounced in this round of 64. So, I mean, a lot of what these teams have in common is they got bounced early.
Yeah, which seems to be a recurring theme, obviously. But I think it's helping some of these teams to lose early in the tournament.
Yeah.
Because, as we know, the portal opens up the Monday of going into the Sweet 16.
Yeah.
So Creighton loses in the round of 32 to Auburn. McDermott, he can go home, he can make some phone calls, and now he's got a whole new recruiting class, number 5 in the country.
Yeah.
Whereas a team like Florida or Houston, obviously they're gonna have talent.
They're gonna get some players in the portal anyway.
But
so
they have to wait till 2 weeks after some teams have already.
Because I'd focus on a natty instead of
but
towards
a
new season.
You Houston.
Yeah,
or no, like Florida and Houston.
Yeah,
okay.
You lose a lot of ground in the portal. I mean, guys are already getting calls from teams, and Nebraska, they're getting some depth. Pretty good portal recruiting class so far. They returned Jamarcus Lawrence, who was at Nebraska, went to Rhode Island, come back to Nebraska. But Elliot Cadeau, UNC guard, he never really hit his groove at North Carolina. He is now transferring to Michigan.
As well as Morris Johnson and Yaxel Landborg, who Yaxel Landborg is the number 1 player in the class. So
he sure was.
So Michigan's looking pretty good loaded for next season.
But yeah, Creighton, obviously, Josh Dix, Owen Freeman.
Number 5 overall.
They're Creighton and Nebraska are kind of farming out Iowa right now.
I mean,
they are.
Josh Dix, Iowa native.
Sanford, he's at Iowa, now going to Nebraska. Owen Freeman, center at Iowa, now going to Creighton.
Yeah.
Sanford's going to Nebraska?
He is.
Which one?
The bad
Sanford.
one.
Yeah.
Not the one, not the really good one.
But I saw a thing. Josh Dix and Owen Freeman are estimated value to be $1.7 million each.
Yeah.
And I don't know where Creighton's getting this money, but I love it.
Why are they asking for more?
Yeah, I mean that's crazy, and that's one of the reasons I heard Pop Isaacs left. He didn't feel he was going to get paid enough, which I think it's fine. They have enough depth at guard. I think they'll be all right. They get Nick Graves.
I think that's where they saved a little bit of money.
Yeah,
but he can shoot the ball, so
he's a good shooter. Josh Dix is known for his pick and roll game, so they're. With Dix and Freeman, they're kind of reloading the Ashworth, Kalkbrenner 1-2 punch in the pick and roll. Kentucky, obviously, this year, Mark Pope's first year.
Yeah.
He recruits a whole team. All 12 players that played are new. Again, he this year has 7 right now in the portal. So he's reloading again with a completely new roster, which kind of right now seems to be the way to go.
It is. But you also have to have some of that roster continuity. Yeah. It's like you can't just go out there, grab 5 portal guys, and then win a natty.
Yeah.
Like, I think a lot of this, so what? Josh Dix will be a junior next year, right?
I think he's a senior.
He'll be a senior.
I'm not sure.
And then Freeman will have 2 years at Creighton.
Yeah.
And then I believe Nick Graves will have 2 as well. But when you look at this, it's like, considering a lot of players blossom in their second year at Creighton. So if Josh Dix if he stays there too, Owen Freeman stays there too, Nick Graves stays there too, I think it could be very, very dangerous for other teams, as well as they have a new center coming in.
Yeah, from Serbia.
Yep. Next, Nikola Jokic. Never know. Never know.
Did they say anything about Jemiah Neal come back for a 5th year?
No, he can't.
No eligibility.
But yeah, looking at the current status of the NCAA, Auburn, they get Janai Broom. They go to the Final Four.
Yeah.
St. John's.
He was there for 2 years, though.
Yeah. St. John's didn't have a season they wanted. They get R.J. Lewis, who kind of touchy topic at the end of the season. Yeah. But they get him for a year. He leads them.
No, he was there before.
Anyway,
he was there last year.
Okay. Well, that second year again.
Yeah.
There. So, yeah. But they asked Pitino about it. He said, I'd rather go for the portal rather than recruit freshmen. Now, Calipari, coach of Arkansas, seems to take a different approach.
Very different approach.
He's recruiting all freshmen, and he thinks that's the way to go. But currently, if I was a coach, I think I'd be hitting the portal hard and trying to get that.
I'd be hitting young portal guys. I'd be hitting portal guys that are going into their junior year.
Which is what McDermott seems to be doing.
That's what McDermott's doing. I mean, and then if you also look at LSU, a team who was bottom of the barrel in the SEC, as the 4th-ranked transfer portal class, Rashad King, Max McKinnon, Michael Nwoko, Markel Sutton, UNO guy, Summit League Player of the Year, and then their best player, a very well-known point guard out of UNLV, Dayton Thomas, He was right. He's a top 3-point guard in the portal, so that's a very big pickup for them. And then I think that might be their starting 5, because those people
right
are all
off
different.
The paper.
Right off the paper,
Yeah.
I think those are all different. Those are all different positions, so I think they could definitely be their starting 5.
And then Louisville, right now. I mean, Portal's still a lot of time.
Portal's still a lot of time, but right
And
now has the number 1 class.
A lot
Is
of
Chucky gone?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
But a lot of the guys right now, the top guys, are still uncommitted. They're transferring somewhere and entering the draft to see where they'll end up, or
3 total are uncommitted.
Yeah. Like RJ Lewis, he's uncommitted, entered the transfer portal, but he's still maintaining his college eligibility and entering the draft.
As well as
De'Aaron Williams, Texas Tech.
And Ian Jackson.
Yeah, and then Jacoby Gillespie from Maryland. He'll likely follow Willard to Villanova, but we'll have to see.
No, it's he's at Tennessee. He committed to Tennessee.
Okay, so we're a little late on the news, but sure. De'Aaron Williams, Texas Tech. He had a great tournament, along with JT Toppin. But, yeah, we'll have to see how the transfer portal rounds up. And, yeah.
Do we have, like, any, like, incoming high school or, like, freshmen that are, like, going to be, that are, like, just stand out? Like, they were a flag? No, like, just anywhere.
DeBansa's going to BYU.
DeBansa, but I saw Darren Peterson overtook his number 1 overall recruiting spot on 247 today.
Really?
So he's a 6'6" combo guard going to KU.
And then, obviously, Duke, Boozer Twins.
Boozer Twins.
Yeah, I've seen that, yeah.
I watched Cameron Boozer play, and he looked pretty
Chipotle
unstoppable.
Nationals,
looked pretty unstoppable. So
it'll be an interesting season next season.
Yeah.
I feel like it'll be a lot different than this season. I don't think there's going to be 4 teams that run it. I think it'll be a lot more dispersed in the fact that
I think the Big East could be really solid.
I think the Big East could be really solid, and I just think I just don't think one team's going to run it. I think it's going to be like 10 teams could win the Natty next year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, that's where we're at. I would like to see that.
The changing world. I'd rather see 10 seeds in the Final Four rather than 4 1 seeds. But I mean, well, I guess it'd be 4 10 seeds.
It'd be 4 10 seeds, but whatever you say.
Anyway, I feel like the 1 seeds just have so much, like those big powerhouse programs have so much of a
it's just
advantage
right now.
Like they were all like most of them were close games, but like for some reason just like knowing they're 1 seeds doesn't like make it, I don't know, fun to watch, I guess.
I found it entertaining because it's like you got the best of the best.
Yeah.
And like
that point too, but then I also want to I want to see someone take down the 1 seed.
Like a Loyola Chicago type run where they have 5 guys that are bought into the team. They're not going to go to the draft. They just want to win in college.
Mm-hmm.
Where I feel like some of these top players are just looking to
for their
how
money.
can I show off to the scouts?
Yeah.
How can I improve my draft stock rather than being bought into their college team and trying to win it all?
I also saw something that like all of these 1 seeds were top 10 teams. Like
the whole season.
Ever.
And ever.
Just ever.
But yeah.
I don't know. I just imagine how good Duke would be if we can get that from Duke. Everyone's bought into Duke.
Yeah. They seem to be just a one and done reload every year. John Shire, I mean, that's a tough job as a coach.
I mean, they look like a really like bonded team, but like I don't know. I just think if they could stick together, I hope Flag stays. I don't think he will either, but I hope he does. I want to see him play next year.
One of the top storylines we'll have to watch throughout the transfer portal and upcoming NBA draft. NBA playoffs are coming up. We'll talk about that next week. But that'll be all for our Final Four, kind of the end of the college basketball segment.
College basketball season.
But thank you for listening.
We're done. So.
Where were we at?
I feel like we went long. I felt like we went long.
We did? I thought we were short.
I thought we were short.
Oh, I'm 100%. No, because I looked at the time.
Begging for clock time.
It went 13 minutes, but I have to see if it's...
Dude, I was at 9 minutes and we're like, yeah.
Oh, I thought we went long because I looked at 39 and I was like, oh. And it's 40. We finished at 47. What?
It's still live.
It's live. It'd be live right now. It's live.
No one
It's live. It's live. Why is it live? Why is it live? It's live. High key, it's like live. Oh.
Oh.
We should have done that.
Gosh.
I just wanted to see what we were at. That's why I opened.
Next podcast, we talk about